What's up, guys? This is Matt. I want to walk through a quick, maybe not so quick, walkthrough of how to update position presets. Sorry, not position presets, your front light positioning. When we have a non-permanent situation, typically since your front light is being set up and tore down every weekend, there are these little minute things that change. The angle's not always going to be the same of the T-bar. The actual positioning of the stand might be different. Even the height of the stand might be off just by a couple of inches. All of these add up to factors that ultimately might give you a different band wash from week to week, which means you need to tweak it. That's why we give you moving front light. You can set it up and then you can make your adjustments at the console. It's a lot easier than putting it up, making a change, tearing it down, or even putting it up and getting a tall enough ladder that'll get you there. So I want to walk through how to update your front light positioning so that it looks good and it's consistent from week to week. It's really easy to do, and I'm going to walk through how to do it. We've got our 4 front wash fixtures here, 101, 102, 103, and 104. We're just going to go through and go ahead and select them. And then we're going to go to screen 2. This is going to bring up our encoder wheels. So we've got our attributes up here: dimmer, position, color, beam, focus. What we're concerned with is position. And we can see on the visualizer that we've got them on and they're not quite hitting where we want to hit. How we can do this and isolate each fixture specifically and adjust only one at a time, we can hit this solo button, and now we see we've only got one light at a time. So we've got 101, 102, 103. They're kind of hitting all over. They're not really hitting in a specific spot. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this off, and let's just kind of move them collectively. We're going to grab our encoder wheel, our tilt, and we're just going to tilt up a little bit. And I'm just using the scroll wheel on the mouse. And we're going to tilt it. We can also pan it. And we're only panning one at a time. So we're grabbing 104 right here. And we're going to pan it just so it hits the other one. We're going to go to our next fixture. And we're going to pan that one over, tilt it up a little bit. Going to grab our next one, pan that over. And we're going to tilt up. And we're going to grab our next one. And that one we're going to pan and just catch that last guy right there, the first guy. So now we've got something that looks a little bit better than what we had. And let's say we're like, you know what? These are actually pretty dim. I want to go ahead and change the focus of them. So we can zoom these guys in a little bit. So we're at 15, which is pretty zoomed in. And let's say we want to go to 5. Well, now we're actually pretty narrow. The other thing too I want to know is I have this set button. That's how I'm able to bounce between each one individually. If I turn that off, I am now moving them all collectively versus just one. So I've kind of got them all in a good spot. I want to move them a little bit more, as well as go to my focus, as well as change these all to 5. So now they're all kind of hyper focused, and now I can go through and make any of the changes. So in regards to that, just for purpose, we're going to say, yeah, that looks good. I like that. I'm going to go back to my screen 2. So I see I've got all my fixtures selected. I'm going to go here to my busk because that's where my front wash sequence is. I'm going to press select. Another thing you can do is you can hit select and select it. How we know it's selected is it's got this green, and we're in our the green background, and we're going to update Q1. Since we have it selected, we're in Q1. I'm just going to hit update. It's going to give us this pop-up, and all I'm going to do is hit update Q. Go to my command overlay. You will have either the command overlay or a clear macro, or you'll have a physical button on your console. And I'm just going to hit that clear button, and as we can see, our programming has stayed and we have updated our positioning.